So a lot of times you got to be very much sure of yourself. These bad boys out here, fellas, they know what they want. They don't care in general. So it's like they don't have anything to lose. What I do, fellas. So today's video is all about women love bad boys. Yes, the bad boys that make her feel that back to roller coaster effect, back to why are you doing this to me? And it was before, oh yeah, no boy can affect me. But yes, the bad boys be getting the girls really down bad. And yeah, you got to be a little bad boy here and there, or a lot more depending on the type of girl and depending on how much she tests you. Now, I want to get into the detailed discussion. Give this video a huge thumbs up. And fellas, y'all know consultations are out there. It is available. We talk about it all, whatever it is that you want to talk about it. And if it's about her, if it's about you, we can talk about it. Link is down below. Check it out. And so into this topic of how females love the bad boys, and the first thing, which is the discussion, but it's just really that main clear thing you have to understand, that bad boys never let women get to them. Now, I have an example that I'm about to give to you guys, but let's just start off with the bad boys that their feelings are never affected by that woman. The bad boys also never get their feelings affected. Then it moves on to their bag never gets affected. Their routine never gets affected. Them getting up, going to the gym every morning, and this is kind of sort of the example that I have, but I'll talk about it in a second. But this is just a whole nother example. When you have a routine, right? If you go to the gym, even back to skincare, I might as well throw it in there. Whatever it is, when life is hitting you hard and you stop doing things, you don't stop because you're a bad boy that doesn't care about a woman. When life is hitting you hard and you stop doing things, you don't stop because you're a bad boy that doesn't care about a woman that's gonna get to you. Now, the other thing about these bad boys is that they don't care in general. So it's like they don't have anything to lose. And when it comes down to females, they know this. And one thing I'll add is that females love to test the bad boys, right? Because they feel like with the bad boys, I can get this bad boy, oh yeah, to be about me, him wanting to, yes, give up himself, be vulnerable. Yes, he's gonna just do it easily because I'm that girl. These are how she's feeling a lot of times, right? But then what happens with the bad boys when, what did I say? His feelings never get affected by her. Matter of fact, he's the one that's saying, you know what? Do I really want to talk to her? And then you have a lot of times with these bad boys, this is where they take it to that whole different degree. You have a lot of times they're feeling like the bad boys, yeah, do I want to even call her back? And this is after the girl blew up his phone, like just calling him, just trying to get a hold of him, right? And so you have these girls throwing the phones too, right? When you guys get into an argument, you have girls throwing a whole tantrum, and the bad boys still, they're never shaken. They're never affected. They get up and go and leave out that door. And fellas, if you're in the bedroom though with her and you do things and want to know what she wants you to exactly do, Patreon is going to help you with that. It has a whole lot of videos y'all will definitely never see on here. That link is down below. But back to the bad boys that can get up and leave through that door. Get up and ignore if you're stuck with her. If you can't get up and leave, let's say it's late night. Let's say just somehow, you have to just suck it up. That's the thing about the bad boys, when their feelings don't get ever affected. And I'm going to give you that example, which makes it even more, of that, oh yeah, that makes sense that the bad boy is the bad boy. But the feelings don't get affected. So when you're around her, you're emotional. No, you're stable with it. Then also now, when your life goes on, now into the example, you can get up and go get that money. Now, I'm saying get up and go because it means that you are not affected, that you guys got into an argument the day before, or whatever it is that's holding you back, that goes right back to her. You're not affected by her. So in other words, bad boys out here, they can get into an argument with a girl like literally even 3 hours. This is now taking it to that other degree. Go take a nap and leave to work, show that they're okay, and live life. Now, I'm not saying you're always going to do it perfect. I'm not always saying that the bad boys always get away with it. But the thing is, they will have enough courage, enough strength to say that I'm not going to lay in bed. I'm not going to miss out on making bread. And that's how you guys have to be thinking. If you're not feeling like you're that type of guy, if you're not feeling like you can think this way, that you could get up, be masculine, dismiss her, and be so on point, well, you can start by having the audio affirmations part of your routine every day. When you wake up and when you go to sleep, make sure it's playing. And y'all know affirmations will have you knowing who you are. It starts in your mind. You start believing it, and then it manifests in real life. You could be that masculine guy. Get that audio affirmation. Now, back to how if you could get up and leave and you can dismiss her, and you're the bad boy that, doesn't look back, this is where women now, when they have that roller coaster effect, the emotions going up and down, this is now where they look at you and be like, well, I have to submit. I have to cave in. I have to, now let's say you guys don't talk for a while, I have to break not speaking. So reaching out. And something I'll add, because we are getting towards the end of the video, I think, a little bonus here. But something I'll add is that also the bad boys, after she goes and does the whole roller coaster effect, emotions going up and down, also the bad boys are feeling like, I can't even make it up to you. You're going to have to figure it out. So the bad boys also, when it comes to her feelings, they are so dismissive. And sometimes some females are feeling like, why aren't you thinking about it? Like, you're really not thinking about my feelings. You should be really concerned. Now, the other thing about these bad boys is because their feelings are not really available a lot of times, it's harder for these girls to pull it out of them. In other words, for this female to be looking at this bad boy and be like, oh, you know what? He's just going to give up his emotions after she's been dealing with him for a little while. It could be 2-3 weeks. It could go up to a month. But after she's been dealing with him, for her to see that possibility, it's no longer there. So really, basically, the bad boys, they make these females get so stressed. They make these females' emotions just feel all over the place. Like, they need this bad boy to show some love, to show that you care, to show that, oh yeah, you'll put me on a pedestal. Now, also, the nice thing about the bad boys, when we look at it at this way, where it could be this way, the bad boys are just choosing what is best for their time. So basically, wasting their time with a woman that's not really what he wants, right? Remember, you got to know what you expect. You got to have expectations. You got to have boundaries, all that stuff. But remember, when you're doing that as a bad boy, you're going to have, and don't say that you have to be a bad boy all the time. Just remember the mindset of these guys that don't care, right? The guys that are so dismissive, the guys that are like, go over there, I'm not going to deal with it. But back to what you do with your time and choosing it wisely. What happens a lot of times also with bad boys, they're going to go ahead and say, you know what? I'm not even mad at you, but this is just not worth my time. So back to, if she's doing the most, you're just not going to react if that's the case. Or in some other cases, some guys are like, it's been too long. It's time for me to go. So the bad boys, they'll see the roller coaster effect happen. They will see her cry. They will also, let's look at it differently. They'll also see that, you know what? She's back in his life and she's acting like, she just wants to be the girl, but not too serious. The girl that's just there, but not fully there. So for this bad boy, he's like, I'm going to take that. I'll use whatever I can get out of it. So also for a lot of other bad boys, with their time, they don't mind if it's going to go this way because it's still working out for them. So the bad boys are never going to be, honestly, the simp that's going to have to either settle or have to be like, you know what? I'm going to negotiate a little bit and then fall into like doing the simp things. And then also another example, also with the other guys that are not the bad boys, what they'll also do is cave, right? Way too soon, right? Or they'll look at it as in like, it's not so bad of me to do that. So a lot of times you got to be very much sure of yourself. These bad boys out here, fellas, they know what they want. They know what they deserve. They know what they expect. And oftentimes back to their time, if it's being wasted, if it's like, oh, I'm not going to react to it, it's not worth it, they won't do it. So you could be that type of guy out there. You don't got to be worried about, oh, well, she can't see that in me. No, it's just basically on your actions. Where are you disciplined with? What do you stay consistent with? All right. So dealing with these females, keep all these things in mind. And fellas, don't be slacking out here with your strength, with yourself feeling like you're not masculine enough. Do it, try it, okay? And last thing, fellas, don't forget about the consultation and the Patreon link and also audio affirmation. All linked down below. Check it out. Y'all see me in my next video. Bye, y'all.